So, my name is Kendra Ruiz, and right now we are at Savannah High School in Mr. Halenkar's class, and it is 2:42.
Yeah, my name is Nilesh Halankar, and I'm a math teacher here at Savannah High School. I teach pre-calculus and calculus AB and math 5.
So, what we're going to be talking about today is the American Dream, and I thought, the first thing I thought of with the American Dream is Mr. Halankar, because I'm assuming that he's living the American Dream. So, let's begin with our first question. So, your current job, is it your dream job?
Yeah, I would say so because since I was in high school, I always wanted to be a teacher, and I worked toward that. And I really like teaching. I feel like I'm good at explaining math, and I feel like I'm good at connecting with students. So, yeah, I feel like it is good job. Good
Oh,
job
I can vouch on that because you're honestly a really good. You're like one of the best math teachers I've ever had here. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not
Thank
trying to bash on any other teacher, but I've learned more about math in this class than in any other class. So the next question would be on how did you work in school to get where you're at?
Okay, so I came to US when I was in 10th grade, and my English wasn't that great. So I went to Artesia High School, and I had to take EL classes. All my classes were EL classes.
Mm-hmm.
And as a junior, 11th grade, I moved to Cerritos High School, and I finished high school. I always struggle in my English classes because I was trying to catch up with everyone, but my math classes were stronger. So I think I got attracted toward mathematics because I was getting good grade in math than English. So in college, I chose math major. So I went to Cerritos College. I took all the math courses, and then I transferred to Cal State Fullerton. I finished all my math courses. I did teaching credential, and I started doing student teaching here at Savannah High School with Mr. Stewart. And this was my first job, and I just stayed here.
So my next question is, did you ever see yourself being a family man?
Yeah, family man. Yeah, so I knew at some point I will be a family. I was gonna be a family man. So I got married in 2008, and then I had my first kid in 2009, and the second kid in 2013. So yeah, it's been good.
Okay, so what was the biggest struggle you faced as you grew up?
Yeah, so the biggest struggle was just moving to US. I moved pretty late. I was like maybe 14 or 15, and with limited English. So my biggest struggle was just kind of catching up with everyone in terms of English, like reading, writing, speaking. For longest time, I was shy about speaking out in front of people because I thought my English wasn't that great. So for longest time, even in college, I struggle in my speech classes, but eventually I kind of got over that. And
what made you want to come to the U.S.?
Well, I came to US because my family moved here. So my parents moved here, so they brought me with them.
They brought you with them. Okay. So the next question is, what do you define the American dream as? What do you see it as?
Yeah. So I feel like American dream is, just taking advantage of opportunities. I feel like I have seen many examples where students from different countries, come to US pretty late, and they come to US and they study, and they go to Cal State or UCs, and they get jobs quickly. And I feel like that's possible because in US you have so many opportunities. Like if you work hard enough, I think you can get your dream job no matter what. You just have to work hard enough and work toward that one goal, and I think you'll achieve whatever you set your mind to.
Okay. Do you think you're living the American dream?
I think so because I came as a pretty late to US, like I said before, and we used to live we used to have multiple we used to live as multiple family in 2-bedroom apartment. So it was struggle. It was hard at first, but I worked, and I went to Cal State. I studied, and I got a job. Now I can afford my own house, my own car. and everything is, it's good. So yeah, it's possible.
Okay. So, how was your first job like?
Well, this is the T. Well, actually, my first job was not here at Savannah, but I was a math tutor at Cerritos College, and it was a good experience because I got to interact with older kids, and I got to like help them with their math, and I got to I learned how to make tests and grade tests. So that was a good start for actual like being a high school teacher.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you ever wish you did something different?
Yeah, so my very like after high school, my first major was gonna be computer science because everything was like in late 90s, everyone was doing computer science. So I'm like, okay, let me do computer science. And I took like few computer science courses, but I found them very difficult and I wasn't interested in them. So then I kind of moved on to math.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's some advice you would give to someone trying to get in the same path as you?
I would like, I mean, like if I think about a high school student now, they definitely have a head start on me, at least like where I was. So all they have to do is just keep working hard, and there's going to be some courses which will be difficult, but if you study and just stay the course and finish everything on time, don't quit college and get a job. That's one advice I would give, because I feel like college you can finish within 4 years, and job you can get it, or you can do part-time job, but don't quit college and just finish, get a degree, and you'll get a really good paying job if you have a proper degree.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then my other question is, did you ever struggle on paying bills, or how was it like to pay bills? Whichever one you want to answer.
Paying bills, right now, no, I don't struggle because I have a job. But as a college student, I don't think I had not too much of debt because I worked part-time and at Cerritos College, and at the same time I was going to Cal State and stuff. So I didn't have too much debt as a college student. So I didn't have to worry about paying bills.
Okay. And then my final question would be like, is there like anything you would want to tell like future or past self or anything like that?
Yeah. So one thing I would tell my past self is, like I mentioned before, when I came here as a sophomore, I was kind of a shy student because of my English, and I didn't participate. I didn't join many clubs on campus. So looking back, I feel like I regret that. I feel like I could have joined more clubs, like whatever clubs, or I could have participated in some sports because I used to run and stuff. So that's something that I missed out on in high school, which I think which I wish I was part of.
I actually have one more question.
Yeah.
So my other question would be like, when you were younger, did you ever see yourself as a different like job? Like you never saw yourself as a teacher or like?
Well, growing up, like I had like different jobs in mind, because growing up I had many examples of my uncles or my friends. So at first, like I remember I wanted to be like a civil engineer. I wanted to like learn how to build stuff, like building bridges or buildings, right? And then I wanted to go into mechanical engineering. So it was always toward like mathematics path, and then computer science, like I mentioned before, but that didn't work out. So I ended up staying as a math teacher. But I always like, since I graduated from high school, I like explaining stuff to other people in terms of mathematics.
Okay. So is there anything else you want to say before we finish our podcast?
No, just want to say good luck to you in your class and for your future studies.
Okay, so thank you for listening, and that's the end of our podcast.